Yo, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Last Grim Soul Dark Fantasy Survival. Today we return, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and today we have completed the quest of melting down. I told you, boys and girls, that I would get this done, and you didn't believe me, but guess what? I came through, because that's what I do. I come through in the clutch, but I hope you guys are able to see a fantastic day. I'm doing pretty good, because we just knocked out this awesome quest, and if we go over here to our smelters, we will have access to exactly that copper that we smelted down, a grand total of 15, which will be coming super in handy. But do you guys know what else is going to be coming in handy here? Well, we actually got a couple of announcements coming from Grim Soul Survival that I did want to talk about before we go ahead and dive into today's shenanigans, which, dude, we're heading over to the new dungeon that we discovered. First off, that's going to be fun, and hopefully we can even start building the stable and potentially some clothes, because we do have a lot of crafting points from all of the quests that we have been doing. But I hope you guys have absolutely an amazing day, and without further ado, let's dive in to some of these announcements. So first off, right here, what you guys are going to be seeing is Grim Soul Survival announcing the fact that they formed a partnership slash got bought by Kefir. I'm not 100%, I think Kefir said that they bought them or partnered with them. Not 100% sure what that is, but we are happy to announce partnership with gaming studio Kefir, a leading developer of survival genre mobile games. It would be foolish to deny that Last Day on Earth was the game that inspired creation of Grim Soul as a survival game. Now with support from Kefir, we can introduce Grim Soul to a new audience and rely on support from famous brand. What's especially important is that we dedicated to developing Grim Soul in its own unique course. We will continue to cultivate a project in which we can realize game mechanics and ideas that for one reason or another cannot be realized in the Last Day on Earth universe. You can already tell that we focused on the story, on the grim atmosphere. I would also even add in that they're focusing a lot more on melee damage with this whole medieval feel, which I'm actually a really big fan of, because guns and ranged weapons are a huge part of Last Day and even Jurassic. So to see like Grim Soul kind of like taking a totally different route is very cool in my opinion. But what's especially important is that we decided to, oh wait, I already read that, whatchamacallit, and creating a game with a relatively high level of difficulty. On that subject, we'll already be ready to present Grim Soul update with new mechanics next week, which means very soon we are going to be getting our first major update of Grim Soul Survival, which is awesome news. And I believe that they did even post a sneak peek right here of exactly that. Let's look at the new concept art while awaiting the update coming very soon. And what you guys can see here is what appears to be some sort of like root that looks like a person. We got some beans, we got some kind of special potion. Kind of cool stuff going on here that goes with the whole medieval vibe. But dude, those roots look, dude, I'm definitely seeing some like faces on those plants. It's scaring me, dude. I want to have nightmares about the turnips rising up. Dear God, they're already powerful enough. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what this might be, how it might be incorporated. Maybe there's going to be some kind of roots slash new things we can grow and develop into a new type of potion, which would be pretty cool. But in terms of the announcement that Kefir is partnering with Grim Soul, and I'm guessing a lot of this is built on the same game engine, this is actually huge news, because what this should allow us to do moving forward, or not us, but what this should allow Grim Soul to do is, as Last Day on Earth makes its updates, and even as Last Day on Earth figures out multiplayer and starts implementing that, since it looks like they're built on the same game engine, it should be a lot easier to transfer in between. So that might be really amazing news when it ends up being something rather like, I don't know, it's probably going to be a lot easier to implement multiplayer then, because Last Day on Earth should be able to help with that and with other stuff that Grim Soul might need help with. So awesome news of a partnership, especially because I think that Kefir said that they are not going to be distracted from Last Day on Earth, and especially, dude, can they prove it with update 1.7.9? I'm still waiting on that puppy. Hopefully we get it, man. I'm excited for that. But with that, that wraps it up for all the news that I did want to talk about today. Can't wait to see what y'all I gotta say. But now let's go ahead and continue and see where our Grim Soul adventure takes us on this blessed day. Hopefully further away from the night guest. I don't want to have to deal with the night guest. That dude is kind of totally a total douche nozzle type of dude. But you guys can see this is the dungeon. We are going to be heading to the dungeon of the torturers. That is going to be a bit of a doozy, and luckily we do still have the smith's hammer, and maybe we'll even find some more weapons and armor over there, which would be really nice. I do also want to head potentially and do some more base raids. I can't remember if we've already raided Tupac. If you guys could remind me which bases we have raided and which ones we have yet to raid, that would be awesome, because there are a total of 4 that we can reach right now, and I would love love to make sure to actually hit the ones that we've yet to hit, you know? But let's head back into the zone, because this is how we can actually cause the quest queue, or whatever it's called, to spawn in a new quest from the Ravens and see what the Ravens want us to do next. And get out of here, leper. What are you doing? Get out of here. Get out of my base. Bad, leper. Bad. What do we have here? Ooh. Kill 5 players, you say? This seems like a little bit of a more monumental task, if you ask me. Rather fun one, indeed. The majority of exiles are so focused on their own survival that they will attack one another without a second thought. I think that it's time you showed others who's the master of this land. But beware, there are few beasts in the world more dangerous than one's fellow man. So I think without further ado, we're gonna have to go hunting some players. We've already encountered some. I think we've killed like 3 or 4 at this point, so we'll have to take that into account and hopefully knock out some of those puppies. But with that in mind, let's make sure that we are dropping off some of these valuables, some of these goodies over here, because I don't want to be losing them. And as we do head out, I want to make sure that we have inventory room to have fun with, you know. But we have built a ton of chests here, which is really great for storage. We gotta get a campfire and a couple things like that cooking to hopefully cook. Ow! Ow! He freaking... Oh my god, I left the door open. God dang it, man. That dude freaking almost finessed his way in here. We're gonna have to deal with him. But why don't we make sure to bring some agua. We will bring some berries for healing purposes. We can put the rope away. Do we have any extra weapons or potentially any types of food that we could take? And I don't want to accidentally open that door when I'm not expecting it. Alright, real quick too, why don't we see if we can't get that fire going. Just gonna take a little bit of rock, a little bit of grass, and a little bit of wood. More than simple enough. I'm down with crafting. I can't craft. I do need to kind of get the materials first. So before we leave, I would like to get that popping. Luckily, we got a good amount of stone, a good amount of a lot of stuff that we should be able to put to more than enough use. Let's take out this freaking leopard trying to sneak up on me in my own home. No, bad leopard. That's what you get. You do not sneak up on me in my own freaking home, because then all you're gonna get is a little bit of death. You feel me, mon? You better feel me, mon. Alright, why don't we get a little bit of wood here? Pine logs should be more than plenty. And with that, a fire is coming our way. Any other stations that we've yet to craft that might be good? I think for now we're pretty good. I don't think, I'm not too crazy with, I don't want to really invest too much into more walls, so I'm not going to do the stoneworking bench yet. But do we have a woodworking bench yet? That might be a worthy... Okay, we do. Let's make sure that we toss some more wood into there before we do go out on this adventure. Might as well try to be a little bit productive, a little bit efficient, you know, guys. And, but we do have the campfire, right? So we should be able to toss that thing down. Let's hope that our friend doesn't come to visit us, because it is nighttime. It's the time that the nice guest comes to freaking poop all over everyone's parades. And by everyone, I mean specifically me. Oh, let's definitely not leave that door open. I think I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna try my best to not leave any doors open. We can toss this wood onto the fire and begin the cooking process to get some food our way. Maybe the fire can be used to scare away the night guest. Who knows? But why don't we go ahead and put away the extras, because I don't think we're gonna need to craft anything. You'll just see we do have the honey barrels or whatever those are to heal with. And honestly, unless there's like a good weapon we can craft at this level, we could craft the Carthils. I don't know how good of a weapon that is, but it looks like we can get some better weapons at level 15 and 19. So if we get to that point too, and hopefully this first massive update, just like the first update that Jurassic, or one of the first updates that Jurassic Survival got, and also one of the earlier updates in the Last Day on Earth ecosystem that added in like the healer / the purple plant for Jurassic. I hope Grim Soul gets that, because I'd love to use that double EXP boost from watching an ad. That'd be pretty perfect. And ooh, we gotta cook up the leek as well. But here we have a healing potion, kind of like a med kit. Yeah, we don't know what lies ahead, so might as well bring that. And hopefully we come across some weapons, hopefully we come across some good stuff, and maybe we'll even come across some players that we can go and spread the poo-poo upon. Fear the night guest standing in the dark. Oh, I will fear him. I don't want to get the poo-poo by this guy. He's kind of just he's been just we've yet to die to him, but we've come very, very close. And this is gonna be an adventure and a half, so I don't even know if we're gonna make it back home today. Maybe we stop by Swaffer Smith. Honestly, dude, if we don't have a full inventory, it's pretty much on the way. We could definitely make a couple of pit stops. We're definitely not gonna go too far south, though. I feel like that's gonna be a little bit too hard to incorporate. Holy hell, dude, this seriously is a field trip. Dude, What do we need to get over here? The horse, I think. Let's get to these locations, right? Ah, I need a hardy horse. Yeah, because apparently horses can swim over rivers, but I can't. But still, dude. Ooh, there's just so much cool potential over across this river. I don't think we can finish crafting the horses, but hey, we don't know for sure. That's something that hopefully we'll find out. And ooh, we are starting to get a little bit hungry, a little bit thirsty. Just gotta keep that in mind before we decide to dive into too many shenanigans. And what else is going here? All right. Kind of similar to the last dungeon that we visited. Step 1, I think, should be trying to get as many sneak attacks off as possible on these guys, because there might be, yeah, we got like the damned over here. We should be able to knock out like half his health with that nicely timed sneak attack, and then hopefully take him out before he takes me out. Dude, the way I swing this hammer just makes me look like a boss. I'd make Rick Rouse freaking proud, boys. Looks like we got a red here, and then we can loot up, I think, this coffin. Oh, mama. Oh, mama. All right, maybe before we decide to take on a damn knight, why don't we see if, per schnaps, we could maybe come across some good loot first, because that's gonna be a bit of a doozy. Oh, no. Ooh, no. Oh, there's a lot of enemies around these parts, too. I just don't want to anger anything. All right. Oh, Jesus. All right, well, there's a damn Templar. Ooh, I don't know if we are properly equipped for this yet. This is not good. This is a little bit tougher than I expected. We might want to, I don't know, any good equipment we could cop for such an occasion. I'm actually curious. Can we look at the oh my god, 81 damage off the halberd. Some of these weapons are really nice. What's this elegant chest? Oh, that's just storage for stuff. What about this? The Art of Survival. We get a halberd, a scimitar, and 20 potions. That might not be the worst investment for a little nub scrub like us. I'm tempted by some of these things, don't get me wrong, but let's see how this goes first. In worst case, if we get desperate, we run out of the map, I do a quick edit, and we come back in here to spread the poo-poo, because someone's crying nearby. That's not good. But what is, yeah, dude, we already spent so much energy that it's gonna be, like, we're already here. When in Rome, right? Like, I don't mind, you know, tossing a couple bucks on souvenirs, I suppose. Ooh. We might actually be able to sneak our way towards these, and maybe these will have better weapons for us. That is the hope. Now, we might totally, like, people might find us when we do this. Ooh, yeah, we got the damned coming after us. All right, just one damn, though. Just one damn. Not too bad. We should be able to take him down. We'll eat the honey if we have to. Death over weakness. How about just death in general, my dude? Ooh. Oh, wait, I already know where the Torturer's Dungeon is. Why are you giving me another map, broski? What is this? What is this? This is weak sauce. That's what that is. But we should be able to loot up one of these, and maybe, if we're lucky, this will have some good weapons or some heals or something or other. I need to eat. Yeah, you probably do, my dude. And ooh, that is a good weapon. All right. I think we could definitely go up against one of those guys. Why don't we get some berries in us here? Hopefully do some heals. Hopefully my dude doesn't throw up from eating like 4 berries. What do we have? That's just a damned. So should we be able to loot this without annoying too many people? No, we do get the one damned on our booty. All right, I'm not gonna use the good weapon on him. I'll instead, why don't we go to this? Ooh, this was actually a little bit better. 26 damage off the melee. Not too shabby. I wonder, can we craft some band-aids as well? Or how high of a level do we have to be to craft band-aids? Holy hell. Oh, there it is. What's it require? Some grass and some cloth. Alright, not the craziest thing in the world, but definitely something. I brought the potion too. That'll be nice. But let's see what this other coffin has for us, because the coffins at these dungeons usually, dude, they tend to have really good stuff. And also, if you guys are wondering where the Jurassic Survival episode is, they just keep teasing that update 1.1.3 is supposedly super close. And I just want it to come out already, and ooh, that is a nice hat. But yeah, they're just teasing it so much, and I'm just kind of like waiting. So I'm like, it's definitely gonna come out today, and then it doesn't. It's like, all right, it's starting to stretch it. So if it doesn't come out in the next couple days, because they even posted something today saying it's like coming super soon, I don't know. But I just wanted to kind of toss that tidbit in there in case you guys did care about that. Let's get the rest of these berries in here. Hopefully get that. Oh, come on, bro. Why you gotta puke? All right, puke and rally. Puke and rally. We can survive this. But with that second one looted up, we got a nice hat. We got some armor. Why don't we try and take out some of these tougher opponents? I think that's going to be a good idea. Let's make sure we got plenty of honey to roll. Before we do our first hit on them, let's make sure that we get the honey, and let's see how this goes. Because I think one of those damn Templars was protecting some loot. And at this point, I want to prioritize loot and prioritize taking this place on, because this is one of the harder locations we can realistically go up against. Who is crying? Is there someone I can save? Or is that just like random like bad dudes who are crying? Are they crying because they know I'm about to murder them? I think it's definitely that option. So this is the guy I want to take out first. I'll eat my honey right before we begin combat. It's a damn night. Rather tough puppy. Ooh, how do I actually sneak around to him here at a good angle? Oh, mama. That sounds spooky. All right, let's eat up one of those, and then, ooh, let's get some big hits on him, and hopefully, ooh, he does some damage. But not enough damage to take me on. Goodbye, good sir. Thank you for this stuff, and thank you for the opportunity to see what is in this coffin right here. Things are going Millhouse up in the stuff. Ooh, things are going Millhouse. Dude, what is this? Sound like the Hunger Games. It's like the Mockingjay pin. What do we have here? A scroll of pestilence. I'm not going to read through that. Feel free, though. Pause the video, read through it. Read through any of these that you guys want to. I don't have a lot of scrolls available, but for the ones I do, feel free to pause the video and give it a read, and maybe there's something important. Inform my face of the importance. And, ooh, baby, baby. Those are the band-aids that we required for such fights, especially because... Oh, that's not band-aid. That's the freaking Mockingjay pin or whatever. Which of these armors is better? Ooh, the copper, whatever word that is. That seems really good. Oh my god! 3 loot bags in a row? Oh, I know what I'm looting right now. Yeah, these dungeons, I would highly recommend, if you guys are playing along with Grim Soul and not just watching me, highly recommend going, oh my god. Would highly recommend going over here when you get the opportunity. What is that? What is that? Oh, just thick cloth? So if there's nothing like super valuable, or what is that? Oh, that stuff's way better. We might end up having to leave some stuff behind, but worst case, I don't think it despawns, because this is more of like a permanent location. We should be able to come back for it. I mean, our gloves are probably going to break by the end of this. Probably some pieces of clothing will break by the end of this, so we could use that. And we'll try and use the weaker weapons and whatnot, but let's get to loot. Dude, I'm looking really cool, too. Look at me. I'm looking like a well, like a peasant knight, I suppose. That'd be a good way of putting it. Oh, oh, runs. Oh wait, never mind. I don't think that run speed's as good as I thought it was. Still, that's a pretty nice improvement on the boots, especially over the ragged ones we've been rocking. What is that? 10? It's actually going to be pretty important for trying to upgrade and have some better armor. There's a huge mob of enemies up ahead. This might be a little bit of a doozy, but we got to prepare as well as we can. We got copper. Dude, we got a lot of good armor here, actually. What is this? Just empty vials? Yeah. Let's just do... There's a lot of trees down here, too. Hot dog. If we had a little axe, we could definitely get to chopping. Why don't we see... How tough are the enemies here? It's just the damned. Alright, if we're going up against the damned, let's try and use this hammer up until it breaks, and hopefully we don't get anyone too tough. Ow! How'd you manage to get that hit off on me, dude? Hopefully don't end up with anything too tough here. Should just be able to keep auto-hitting these guys. And there we go. They didn't even take out them. But dude, this new armor is crazy. Honestly, dude, if we could... English is hard. If we could actually find like a solid shirt to roll with this too... I'm just saying, things are looking Millhouse. Let's collect what these boys got and see if maybe these guys are protecting anything else good. Looks like we got a damned here and then, oh, just a leper. Alright, I could definitely use the weaker weapon on the leper. Although I want to lure him away a little bit. Don't want to draw the attention of the other guy there. Sorry, buddy. Goodbye to you. Let's go and take out your buddy friend over here. And I don't know if they're really protecting any more loot. At this point, I think we're just killing to kill. But I'm down with that. I'm trying to get these levels, and no better way of leveling up than taking on some tough cookies for some opponents. This might... I don't know how to approach these guys in the best way, I suppose. Isn't this like the really tough guy, like the damned knight or something? No, this is just a damned. Okay. We should be able to take this guy on normally. And then this is probably going to break in the middle of our fight. So, boop, ooh, right on the dot. And we get the level up to boot. Why don't we equip the spiked mace for taking out the next weakest enemies? Thank you for the stuff there. But if we are going up against something super tough, like I think maybe this guy right here is like... No, that's just a damned. All right, damned. I'll just take you out with a little bit of spiked club. Hopefully not draw too much attention. Marvelous. Sneaky dicky as usual. I think we've looted these two coffins already, and we got a couple more enemies up here, so let's try and get the sneak on this guy up north. He'll be the next victim coming our way as we take out the Torturer's Dungeon. What kind of enemy are you? Ooh, that's a damn Templar. Okie dokie. Definitely want the best imaginable protection we can for this. Let's make sure we don't die of thirst. That's probably a really good idea. Let's definitely equip the best weapon that we have. Best armor that we got. We don't have a shirt. Oh no, that's not good. Well, alright, let's hope that we can survive this. Before we enter this fight too, let's make sure that we eat a little bit of honey. Wherever that is. There we go. Let's eat up that honey. Hopefully that'll heal us a little bit. And let's enter combat and hopefully not die because there's a lot of death being spread. Oh no. Alright, let's heal up a little bit. And down the Templar goes. I apologize, Mr. Templar. Thank you, however, for all the experience. And I need to eat some honey. Because the honey should be able... Dude, it restores like 80 health. That's perfect. I love the health restoration over time. You guys, like, it can really be implemented. And, like, you can honestly, like, finesse some solid strategy around it. Like we just did. Where you eat it before you enter into, like, combat or something. It's honestly pretty good. Let's switch on over to a weaker weapon, though. Because I think these should be some... weaker enemies that we're going up against. Yeah, just like we got a normal damned here. Probably another normal damned. I hear someone's footsteps. Yo, if I'm about to get mugged, I'm not gonna be a happy camper. Come on, no muggery here. I thought we were nicer than that. Can we head into this dungeon? Or is this dungeon also of the locked variety? We need a dungeon key. God dang it, man. I don't even know if the dungeon keys are in game right now. If there's gonna be coming in an update. Maybe. Let me know if you guys have found any of these things in the game. But I think that it might have to come in an update. At least that's how it usually is with like Last Day on Earth type of games. But who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is in the game. That's why English is hard. That's why I want to ask you guys, because y'all can be some knowledgeable motor truckers. That's for sure. And we're kind of also a fan-fantastic community. So I totally believe in y'all. But yeah, I don't think we just got like this kind of triple whammy, triple threat of bad guys we gotta take out. What is that? A damned knight? Honestly, if we eat up a little bit of honey before this, let's equip the best weapon we got, eat up some honey, and enter into combat. And we do have to be careful because we are taking on a ton of dudes at once. But hopefully we can survive and then just eat up a second barrel of honey and walk out of here with all the XP in the world. These nails are a really nice collectible item too. And with that, damn traitorous knights. Why are they traitors? Freaking douche nozzles. I think we've collected everything in hither, collected everything in that. Let's just do one final roam around here and make sure we didn't miss anything. But with that, I think we have cleared the dungeon of the torturer for now, because we can't actually head into there. But at the very least, we have made this safe for future expeditions and gotten some very good loot to boot. Ooh, the rhymes on that. Loot to boot. Loot to boota, loot to boota, loot to boota. So we got some nice pants. These are about to break, so I'll leave those behind. We got some other nice stuff coming our way. This hat's about to break. That's a really nice hat, though. I'd rather take the kind of like higher quality armor. I wish there was some kind of a shirt. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna take the nicest quality we got, because that nice stuff is about to break anyways. Oh my god, that's about to break too. Oh, what's that noise? Sounded like a spooky noise. I'm sorry. Gotta be very cautious around these parts. It's rather dangerous, my friends. But I think that there should be a couple other items kind of worthwhile. I think tin might be a solid thing to grab instead of the leeks. So we'll do that. And let's see if maybe there's anything. Chains. Ooh. I feel like chains are pretty valuable too. You know, we got plenty of water. Why don't we just drink up a little bit? Drink up all we can. I don't even know if you can pee in this game. I wonder. Maybe they replace peeing with throwing up? Maybe there's no need to urinate in the dark ages and ages of lepers and stuff. I don't know, dude. I'm not a peeologist. I just play games and talk over them while hopefully being fan-freaking-tastic. Nothing in here. I think we've collected everything. So with that, let's go over to some zones, or maybe even a raider, and hope that some dudes decide to visit us so we can start knocking them out and racking up the kills. The weapons that we got out of here are starting to break, which is unfortunate, but hey, you know, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. Honestly, things are all alright. So let's just go ahead and think about this. Where do we want to go? We got 55 energy to spare. It's going to take 28 to get to the stronghold of Schwafferschmuff. Oh, good old Schwafferschmuff. An absolute beauty of a name. 55 to get there, 48 to get home so we could get there if we wanted to, or Pine Thicket. So honestly, why don't we go over to Swafflesmuff and see what he has for us. We've already used 50 energy going over to a dungeon. Actually, ooh, our inventory is kind of full though. These places tend to be a little bit friendlier though. I don't know, maybe a lot of enemies will attack us too. Let's just, worst case, we scout it out, see if there's anything good, see if there's anything really good that we have to take right away, and then we can head home after this. That might be a solid game plan. Like, there's better game plans in the world, don't get me wrong, but, you know, don't hate on it. It's a pretty solid one. What we got in here? We got some copper. Alright, good to know. Ooh, I think there's a chest over here on the mini-map. Ooh, that's a lot of copper, actually. What shall we leave behind? We got these pants. We got those footsteps out here. I don't know. I am very tempted to leave stuff behind. Oh, we got some stone over here. Might as well pick those up while we can. Because, I mean, it probably was going to take multiple trips to get everything from here anyway. So, might as well start early. And then it'll be less trips in the future. Are we hungry or need health? No, I think we're pretty good on that front. Don't need any grass. We can cop that next time. Why don't we see what we can cop from? Just more leeks. So a lot of food we're going to be able to get from here. That's going to be a good sign. Ooh, even some jerky as well. Yeah, so note to future self. Now this is where we go. And ooh, let's not hit those spikes. But this is where we go to hopefully cop ourselves a lot of food. Or if and when we're having a shortage of food. The master of the house will return soon. No, he won't. No, he won't. Oh, yes, he will. Oh, no, it's just a leper. Unless this is the master and just like flat out died. Became a leper, became zombified. That sucked, dude. You had your own house and stuff, but I think that's it. I don't think that there's any other places, at least until they implement raiding into this game, which hopefully will be coming in that first major update, because I don't know. I don't think that'd be the craziest thing to implement, just having hatchets be able to break down hatchets be able to break down walls. Like, that's, I think Jurassic Survival had that right away. Last Day on Earth got that relatively early in the dev cycle, so hopefully that's something that we see pretty soon. And 26 energy to head back home. With, given the shape of our inventory, shape of our weapons, and the lack of a shirt, I think that home might be the best move to head to for now, and hopefully get some of these things stashed away so we can head somewhere next and actually have some inventory room to finesse with. So we didn't make any progress on the quest today, but we did do a huge thing in visiting and clearing the dungeon that had some pretty tough enemies when you think about it, but nothing is tough enough for me. Become a king to travel to the capital and fight for the crown. You must build a carriage. If and when that becomes a thing, let me just say that is going to be so awesome. Like, I could also see that being like the end game multiplayer type of thing, like fighting to be the king, you know, of a kingdom. Something along those lines. Maybe like there's a king for like a clan system with the king. Who knows? All I know is that that sounds freaking dope. Just like actually having some daylight around these parts. Golly gee. Talk about nice. But with that, I don't think we have any materials we can start smelting down. We could start smelting down some copper bars and some tin. Honestly, why don't we do exactly that? ¿Por qué no? And then we can start getting some of that bronze, which might be useful in the future with the limited supply of tin we have. Maybe we got some more tin lying around somewhere, but let's take all. And then let's just kind of put things away here. Take all, put those slots away. This is just kind of like a nifty little way of consolidating the inventory and auto-stacking things. Is like you just hit take all. It's a lot nicer if you actually have a full inventory, but it's kind of the same thing here where I can just kind of like do take all and then just these two slots, put those back away, and you can see it's consolidating the inventory pretty nicely, which is pretty nice. But with that, we're starting to get a nice stockpile of some of these goods, which is going to be really handy. Tons of nails to boot, tons of leather slabs, a couple of them gold rang tangs, and ooh, I think we should be able to actually stack some of that copper right there, but we're not going to go too ham on the inventory management quite yet. It's not the most exhilarating of action, and y'all know I'm always trying to give you the absolute best videos imaginable, so I'm going to try and do a little bit of that in my free time, a little bit of the organization, and then we will set out on our next adventure, and hopefully some events pop up as well, because I think they released update 1.0.3 a couple days ago, or something like that, that actually should have fixed the, what did it fix? I think that it fixed the event being empty when we went to it, so that's pretty good news. But with that is a great point for us to go ahead and wrap this video off on. Thank you guys a whole ton for tuning in to the Grim Soul Survival. I really hope that you did enjoy. If you did, make sure the like button and make sure you are subscribed, notification bell hits for more videos as well. But that's gonna do it for me. Have yourselves a fan-freaking-tastic day, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.